Okay, the time has finally come. What up? Otis Funkmeyer here with Stix.
What up?
We are live and in the flesh. Subscribe, hit the notification so you can be live with us next time. And we're here to do sticks on sticks on sticks on stacks. So we're going to watch a solo from Battlezone. You want to intro it in any particular way?
Yeah, it's brought out to judge. I'm really cool with the heavy hitters guys. I've been coming out there for a couple years and really vibe with those guys. I love the way they approach the dance and just how they are as people. And so big shout out to heavy hitters in the Vancouver scene. They're doing big things.
Kool-Aid Canberra.
Mega Man's killing it with all the kids he's bringing up. Like, these kids are killing it, yo.
What's up, Jackson?
So yeah, just wanted to come and just represent Bay Area flavor, you know, like a lot of times when I go places, that's what I want to do. So yeah, that's that was it there. We can go more into it now.
Take pop. Okay, nice logo, heavy hitters. Nice beat too.
Yeah. He was gonna play a different what you call it, Timu beat, but I was like, I just heard this one recently, and I was like, yo, this one's super funky. I just really liked this beat, how funky it was.
How much of a focus do you put on being super clean, and how much are you just like that's kind of just your nature? Like, how much have you had to work?
Well,
on it?
I did work on it.
Mhm.
So like, especially when I got in the crew, like I started to see that more in my crew, and I was just like, yeah, I want to do that more. And when I saw it in the OGs too, I was like, damn, they're just so clean and simple with some stuff.
Was there anything that helped you particularly? You know, like watching yourself on footage?
Yeah,
or?
sure. Like, yeah, footage helps. You know, the mirror can help with certain form that you have in your body.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like cleaning that up. I don't know, just like, yeah, just drilling it.
And how much, something you just did just reminded me, I felt like you almost even started to look like Future for a second. How much have you guys influenced each other, and how much has he influenced you, if at all?
Well, it's hard to say. Like, I think we have similar styles. I think, but even when I saw him, I think it's more like we just like similar things.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what I noticed when I first saw him.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain dancers like that where I see them get down and I'm like, oh, I could tell he's into like glides, like I'm into glides, or he's into like, you know, the way of doing certain things. So like, I think with me and him, it's a little bit more of that versus like us, influencing each other. But of course, I get influenced by a lot of people I see, you know. So there may have been a few things that I like.
These are the lavers, yeah?
Oh yeah,
And
the rod lavers, the older ones that are light, not sticky.
Yeah. Is it? Or do you like them for gliding? I know that gliders are very particular about their footwear.
Yeah, totally. So this is where I'm, you know, with my crew, we're going from Tuts to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using some of this like Twisto or.
It's an old school.
I think when I started learning more or practicing more robot too, that's when I cleaned up a lot. So that was a huge.
We're gonna watch it again. We may watch this more than twice. I feel like there's a lot in here.
You're asking me about like preparation. I don't know. Yeah. I just try to feel the vibe, and I was really feeling the vibe this day. Like I feel like this is one of my better get downs.
Yeah, it's good. It stands out for sure, and right out the gate too.
So I do like a version of a swoop here. Just a little more.
Does that I would love that actually, for you to kind of like, that's that.
Oh yeah, that's just a breakdown into like a little low rider type thing. Some waves, you know. Play with the beat a little bit. That knee thing, going into the knee, that was something I saw Dizzy do back in the day, and Money B does a lot.
Who?
That wave, Money B.
Oh, okay, sure.
I really liked that. I was like, man, that's sick.
3D tuts.
That was one of my little things. I was like, you know, I try to do my own moves.
Yeah.
That's something I want to come up with kind of like signature moves, So I did this thing where a tut's like coming from behind me and I dodge out of the way or whatever, like. So my crew is a lot about that. They want to come up with different ideas, and so I'm always trying to do that.
Are you ever, because I know a lot of the Boogaloo guys, like, we watch Rio Robot with the dinosaur and stuff. Do you? I love that. That's dope.
Yeah, I combine this.
Dope. Do you imagine things much? Are you an imaginer?
Yeah, for sure.
So clean.
Not as much with the characters and things.
Okay.
But like, just some of the concept ideas.
Like that, for instance.
Yeah,
like
I mess around with different glides.
What do you imagine? Like, or what is the feeling of this glide to you?
It's a glide, like, okay, Tommy Boy kind of did one back in the day that was a little bit similar. And it's just this idea of like taking a straightforward glide and like tweaking it to the side a little bit and twisting your body, but like moving forward, right? So like when I practice, I mess with a lot of different ways to like do things. I sit there and I'm like, I'll see like, oh, I did like a glide, right? I was like, oh man, maybe I'll mess with that a little bit more and tweak it out a little bit, make it weirder sometimes, or make it like, So yeah, I like to tweak things out and like.
One more time.
I don't know, twist my body in certain ways and still do the same move.
And how much of an emphasis do you put on having a good hit for yourself?
It's not huge. Like, I should say I like practicing it and having it. But I'm not like, as you see, I'm not like hitting this whole time like hella hard. Like I come out, I started with it.
Right.
And now I'm just, I don't do it here.
You do it when you do it.
I don't
after.
like hitting all the time. I just don't. That's just not my. And some people like, especially when I've been in LA and I've been like judged, and they're like, man, you just do a little bit more hits. And I respect, the judges' opinions and whatnot. But for me, like,
are you wearing knee pads?
No.
Do you ever wear knee pads?
No, but I've been thinking about, because I don't do a lot of ground stuff.
Sure.
That's one of my weaknesses. So
okay.
I've been thinking about like getting some and trying to practice it more. Definitely something I want to work on. Of course, I came with the whole baseball style.
Right.
I have my baseball gloves on.
And how did the gloves? What do the gloves do for you? Like in terms of feeling, or whatever.
I'd say the whole thing, like, to me, being fitted up, like having some kind of.
I need to go back. There's another question I want to ask. Keep going.
Yeah, it just changes how you get down. Like you feel. Sounds like you're embodying something like that, like a character.
Okay, so with this strobe walk, I feel like it's
tick walk, yeah.
Tick walk. It's particularly clean, and not many people do tick walks. Like even I always remember talking with people like Flat Top, when he strobes and walks, he doesn't strobe his legs. And I'm not saying that to critique him, but it's like it's not an easy thing to do.
The leg one, yeah.
To control your legs like that.
Wyatt, like Dizzy was a big influence for me with that.
For sure.
Which I know he got like from B and from Rob. So like when they talk about Playboy Rob, and there's actually a video of him in '82 with Playboys, and or like '82, '83, and he does his big ass fucking tick walk where he lifts his leg hella high.
Really?
And like is hella big with it. So like ever since like Dizzy did this one where it was like hella extended, all big, I was like, that's dope. And I try to start doing stuff like that.
It's also a super dope control to have. Period.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know anything about the origins of this Twisto Flex? This is a super old school Twisto Flex that I associate with Junior Boogaloo.
That particular, or like the Twisto Flex?
No, that particular Twisto Flex.
Oh, I don't even.
Because most people,
I don't even
most
know.
people tack, right? Like chest, feet,
Oh,
head,
like
or
a
something.
continue,
But,
like turning all the way around.
continuous, Yeah.
Well, when I first, Tommy was doing continuously turning.
Tommy does do it. Maybe it's a Bay thing.
It
Because
could be.
doesn't Harry do it too? I think. Maybe.
Does he do that? No, I don't think Harry.
No,
I haven't seen him do that.
All right, my bad.
But yeah, it could be. It could be a Bay thing. Like, I mean, the Bay was twisted flexing. As far as like keeping it going and going and
You
going.
know, Twist of Flex is a watch band. You know
Yes,
about that?
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out that, like how that came on into the picture, who's first doing stuff like that. Well, again, Oakland was doing similar, like basic turns,
right.
like that.
We watched the video. We check it out.
Actually,
Chuck
I have a theory that it might be from Richmond because Richmond, first of all, Richmond called it Twisted Flex, and also the way they do it. So they do it like this. I was showing Sophie.
Let me get our mics going here. Okay.
Because the Twisted Flex watch, you twist it and you let it go, and it comes back to its regular shape. Yeah. Right. So Richmond, like Plick Plock and Scarecrow Riley Moe, they'll do one where they'll do a couple of them. They'll hit it, boom, and then it hits this thing, and then it comes back.
Okay.
Or they're like twisted and it comes back. They do like a few different ways where it's like kind of going back and forth like that. And I don't see that very often other than what they were doing.
No, I don't either.
So like, that's kind of my theory because that's kind of what the watch did too. Yeah,
that's definitely what the watch does.
Yeah. So I have a theory that came out because there's also a lot of other names that Richmond uses that are like ticking and animation, I think too.
So Richmond was using the terms ticking and animation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ticking, Twisted Flex.
So what's the deal? What's the deal with Richmond? Like, Richmond is not a famous place. I feel like San Jose and Oakland.
Small town in the Bay Area. Yeah. And it still has that. It still has a small town vibe. I went there to try to find an OG with Joe Dad Go one time, and like we went through these streets, and I'm like, damn, like we're in the Bay. Like he was like still like we're out in the sticks, So like it was a trip, and but the thing that made them, well, they're really close to like Oakland, Berkeley for one. So like they had some of that influence there. But then they also had these Richmond talent shows, and these were huge. They had an auditorium there, and they were one of the spots to go to in like the mid to late 70s into the early 80s.
These stories are it's so amazing how like history turns on like an auditorium, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then so everyone in some little town has access to like the best talent that there's no reason they should have, and because of that the whole town gets obsessed with like something and they all get good at it.
Yeah.
But fundamentally it's just some little town.
Yeah, for sure. And so they had people coming there, like Close Encounters, which is one of the biggest groups in San Francisco, came and performed there, tore it up. Some of the Oakland guys came up there. But they also, Richmond had their own like dope groups that were up there. They had, Scarecrow Riley Moe was in this group called the Posin' Puppets originally. Then they became the Androids. Then they had the Criminons where Plick Plock was in there. They had, I'm trying to remember some of the other names. They had the Toys, right? So that name was popular there, like Toy. And so they had, and then roboting was like their term also.
Wait, I don't know what your because there's like, right, Toy Man.
Yeah, Toy Man style, right?
Yeah. Do you think that there's a possibility that could originate in Richmond, the concept of dancing like a toy?
Well,
or because there's
like
also
Chuck was doing toy spin, so I just think that I've heard some of the names that we use in popping today. There's definitely more popular in Richmond, right? So like part of my theory about how this dance became spread and became popping, right, is like Richmond could also be another spot where maybe some people came to see one of these big shows. right? And got some ideas and talked to some people there, right? There's a lot of dancers who knows that I don't even know.
Where is Richmond in relation to Berkeley and Oakland? What direction?
It's north,
Okay.
and it's on the East Bay, we would call it, and
Near
it's
Vallejo?
it's not quite that far.
Okay.
It's like it's only about from Oakland, I would say like 15, 20, maybe 20 minutes or
Okay.
something.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not that far. And so they had those connections going on. They also had Scarecrow Riley Moe. And Riley Moe is one of like the dopest dancers, dude. Like there's not a lot of footage of him, but like he's one of these guys that a lot of the old school dancers, and even today, like you talk about doing a style that fits like your body. Like he's one of those guys. So this was a big thing back in the day. You work with your body, however it is, and right, it kind of defines your style a little bit. So he's like really bow-legged, right? And he's pigeon-toed. His feet come in like big time. I didn't even know until I saw him standing there, right? And I was like, damn. So he used that to like when he moves his legs, right, to do the scarecrow style. And he had really long arms. He's pretty tall, and like he can lean super far. Like even guys in Puppetrons guys in San Jose remember seeing him come through, and they're like, he did this move. They just remember him doing this one move where he would lean back hella far and hit his elbow to the ground and then pop back up, boom, and then he would come back and do his scarecrow. But he does it a little bit more animated. So like the EB scarecrow is like this or whatever, but he's a little bit more like he'll come at you like almost like a creature, but like with that whole scarecrow vibe. But he's like super funky still somehow. Like it's crazy. He's really, really dope. He goes like 100 with everything he does. And he floats a lot too, like the moonwalk type float.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is dope.
He's like the celebrity in Richmond.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows that.
I love it. Dev in the comments is preaching the truth. A lot of people talking about knowing history. Stix actually out in the field. For real.
You can talk to these guys.
Right.
Hook you up with them. Some of them, most of them. I don't know. But anyways, we got on the whole Richmond.
Richmond
kick.
Yeah.
But but Richmond has a big part in the whole history too. I haven't even talked about them yet, so that's good that we're covering that.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. So that's a kind of that's Stix at Battle Zone and
Stix in Richmond.
Stix in Richmond. Tick tick pop.